Good afternoon. My name is Colleen Toulouse. I'm a graduate student at the World Indigenous Studies in Education at Queen's University. I'm here to share with you Boudoir, community storytelling development project that I am working on. My research journey started a long time ago with the fascination of hearing stories. Everyone has a story. I eventually became a journalist and found passion in writing profiles of people and their experiences. Then, I heard a mystery within my home community of Sagamok and Anishinaabeg. Years ago, a story circulated around our community that one man found a box full of cassette tapes at our local garbage dump. It was said these tapes hold audio recordings of our elders speaking in Anishinaabeg, sharing their stories. My connection to these tapes is very personal. My grandmother, Mary Toulouse, was one of the 22 elders interviewed, so I had tons of questions. Who are the elders? How did the box of cassette tapes end up where it did? Are there any more audio recordings and interviews that exist within the community? And most importantly, what's the cultural value of the audio cassettes and its content? In a community story process, Sagamok identified a need to pass history and knowledge from generation to generation to connect to the land and to strengthen self-identity and purpose. With that, the purpose of this study is to develop culturally appropriate curriculum for Sagamok's needs through local story work. Sagamok and Anishinaabeg is positioning itself to establish its pathway towards control of education. One task is resource development for curriculum. To address this purpose, the following research questions have been developed. What are culturally appropriate and safe strategies to collect local stories from elders, traditional knowledge holders, and to use existing archival primary sources for curriculum design? 2. How can community stories be used to connect to land and to strengthen self-identity and purpose? And 3, how can curriculum development incorporate traditional story methods to enhance student engagement in the classroom? My framework is at the beginning stage. So we have local stories and we have the education system. So I want to bridge the school and the stories. So underneath the line, under bridging the school and stories, is the elders and traditional knowledge keepers. So the line down below is respect, and that is the main focus of where I'm at right now. And you can see that my approach, we have to be rooted in our culture. So in order for our students to fly, they have to be rooted first. My research in Indigenous story work will initiate an ethical story research process. Documented stories and archival materials along with interviewing elders of today are key resources that need to be pulled together for curriculum. So one of the identified challenges, time limitations, meaning our elders are passing away. We have lack of protocols, and we're not capturing teachings through multimedia. And like I said, we are losing elders and we are losing their stories. So the first thing that I really initiated in all my work was to have communities' elders support. So we know archival primary sources hold knowledge as well as contemporary stories. Creating a community process upholds cultural integrity, and it is as important as the content of the stories and historical documents. The first step taken was establishing elders' support to ensure ethical collaboration and good relations. Ongoing consultation and respect will help guide issues such as sensitive matters, language translation, securing clearance on stories with relevant family members, and clarifying the content with family, the use of it. So respect, local traditional protocols. We have to look at what is acceptable within our community. All stories shared should be treated with the same respect as a traditional story. Miigwech. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout at my email, 7cmt@queensu.ca.